Put on flannel, it's 90 degrees out. Just going for a lumberjack without a weather wrap look. I've been doing this comedy thing for almost a year now, which is kind of weird, but got a lot of positive attention from it, a lot of negative attention too. Less negative attention, but it stands out, they'll say things like, oh, that was the most boring thing I've ever had to sit through, that was a disappointment, I can't believe I've ever supported you ever. And I gotta say to that, fair enough, Dad. My dad may not appreciate my comedy all that much, but I've always respected his ability to format a beautiful joke using the prose of the English language. He'll set up the joke, he'll guide you through it all the way to the end, and just when it gets to the punchline, you realize it's not a joke, and it's just the meanest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Which isn't a bad way to tell a joke, considering his audience are his 9 middle school age children. No, to be fair, he does have older children. That I actually have an older sister. She's about a year older than me. We spent a lot of time growing up together. I always felt like she got a lot of preferential treatment, though. For instance, when we were growing up, she was allowed to play dress up with her toys whenever she wanted. But whenever I wanted to do that, it was unnatural. It was an affront to Jesus Christ. It was, time to let the cat rest in peace. It was weird. Double standard. I don't hate cats, for the record. I love cats. I just don't like when people show me pictures of their cats just over and over again. It gets repetitive, at a party, they show your cat. Actually, just a little bit ago, this lady, she was showing me a picture of her cat on her phone. She was scrolling through, she was crying, tearing up. It was a bit much, it was a lot. Eventually, I just had to kind of say, look, lady, I get it. Your cat looked a whole lot different before I hit it with my car. Honestly, not to sound antisocial or anything, but if you're talking to me for longer than 5 minutes, you don't need to be. You don't need to be talking to me. I'm sure you could talk about your grandma's herniated disc for an hour, but you could probably sum it up in 3 points. Your grandma sucks at shuffleboard. You wish you could go see her in the hospital, and her funeral's on Friday. I can go write more jokes that would concern a therapist. It's not that big of a deal. It's why we have response time limits on debates. Do you really think your dog's birthday party is more important than which country we should destabilize with bombs next? I don't think so. I don't know. There's nothing worse than hearing my girlfriend complain, though. She's in the audience, but there's nothing worse than that. Honestly, just every time I talk to her, it's something else. Oh, women should earn more money in the workplace. Sorry, I got distracted by the time. Oh, women should make more money in the workplace. Oh, I wish I wasn't harassed by my boss. Oh, please let me see my family. I haven't seen them in 4 months. It's like, I get every now and again that every time I take off the duct tape, you don't have to do that. Sorry, I don't hate women, just my girlfriend. The only hostage situation she's ever in though, is when I'm sending her my stand-up while I'm taking my mandatory 15-second break at Walmart. And she's normally really positive, but recently I sent her a joke that I was really proud of. And she said to me, I may be paraphrasing a bit, but it's really good, but it sounds like a monologue from a twink new to New York City in the 1920s, an F. Scott Fitzgerald novel. And that was the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me, if I'm being honest. I almost quit there immediately, because like I said, I've only been doing this for a year. It's not too late to corner the 13-year-old girl market, because if I can get that Harry Potter audience, I'll have them obsessed with me well into their 30s. Honestly, that's probably my main goal with the stand-up thing, fame, validation. I don't know, it feels like the main way to get validated as a comedian these days is to get a Netflix special, which might be a little bit out of my reach right now. I don't think I could actually manage that. I don't know how that would go. I guess I'd call them and I'd go, hey, Netflix, those hour-long specials you like? That's about a tight 5-minute set. And I can't even really do that, if I'm being honest. This is supposed to be 5 minutes. It's going to be a little bit closer to 4, which isn't the first time I've promised 4 of something and whipped out one less inch. It's not exactly new grounds for me. I don't even know how to end it, They like those tight endings with You know, the tight endings, they wrap around to the beginning again. I can't really do that. You know, I have endings that make you go, oh, that was a disappointment. But you know what, Dad? If it was such a disappointment, why are you still watching? You know? That's all I got.